Hi everyone, welcome to my review of the brand new Steven Spielberg directed, Tom Hanks starring Cold War drama slash thriller. This is Bridge of Spies. In my opinion, one of the most anticipated movies I wanted to see all year because, gotta say, he's the reason why I love cinema. Thank you to my parents who took me to see E.T. as a child. I love director Steven Spielberg. There's not one film of his that I do not like. Has he made every one of his films perfect? No, not every one of his films are perfect. Majority of them are, but I guess I'm more forgiving because I just love Steven Spielberg. He's the reason I'm so passionate about film. He is the reason that I've explored all aspects of movies and found new directors, new kinds of movies, both indie and mainstream. So with this new one, of course, it is with Tom Hanks. This is the fourth time, I believe, they've made a movie together. The last one was The Terminal in 2004. So it's been 11 years since they've worked together. But every time, at least those three films, it's some great filmmaking, especially Saving Private Ryan. That's probably their best collaboration, even including the one I'm going to talk about right now. It's the best, no question. It's one of the greatest war movies ever made, one of the greatest Steven Spielberg movies ever made, one of the greatest World War II movies ever made. So this one, Bridge of Spies, focuses on the late 1950s during the Cold War, pandemonia, the bomb is coming, this big, huge rivalry between Russia and America. And so this story revolves around a spy or supposed Russian spy that is captured in America, and this insurance lawyer played by Tom Hanks is going to defend him because he believes everybody deserves justice or deserves their own defense, whatever they've done. So things happen. The Russians have one of our people, one of them, they have captured an American soldier, and so Tom Hanks has given the authority to handle the exchange. That's all I'm going to say much about this story. It is inspired by a true story, so that could mean anything. All of the movie magic or Hollywood could step in to fill in the cracks or try and maybe twist the story around a little bit. So I realized that going in. I didn't watch this movie going, oh my gosh, this is totally all true and everything that happened in this film happened in real life. I don't really know the real story. This is a subject that I don't really care about, even though there's things in the film that examine the propaganda about kids in school being told about the bomb, that the way to survive is to duck and cover. All that stuff is very fascinating to me. And then East Germany, the creation of the Berlin Wall, and the idiocracy of what that was all about. So it examines all those things which really fascinate me. But I never really knew about this story before seeing the film. So really the only excitement that I had about this movie is that, yeah, Steven Spielberg's directing it. I'm sorry, but that was the major reason. Tom Hanks is in it. There's a great supporting cast, including Amy Ryan and Alan Alda. And then there's this other actor, the supporting actor, who plays the Russian supposed spy. Ooh, we don't know, his name is Mark Rylance. And I know I've seen him, Mark Rylance. I've probably seen him in other films. I don't remember where, but my battery is dying, so I'm just going to continue. You stupid battery, I hate you. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. So, let's see. So I was talking about Mark Rylance, who has a supporting role as the supposed Russian spy that they capture. He's the first thing I really want to talk about in this movie. His performance as a supporting role was really interesting. He didn't say much. His character does not say much, but he does say some important things. But he's just so fascinating with his mannerisms, the way he conducts himself. The actor, the way he conducts this performance is really great. And I hope this guy who's probably been working in the business forever gets some notoriety out of this and maybe an Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actor, because I think it's so good. I do wish he was in the movie a little bit more than he is, because it's really weird. This movie, you get two movies for the price of one. At first, Tom Hanks is in this kind of courtroom drama scenario as he's defending this guy, and then the movie goes from that to him negotiating to save this American, or maybe two Americans. So I just felt like I had no idea where the story was headed, and it really had me for the majority of the time. Not only does the movie look great, Steven Spielberg has been using the same cinematographer since Schindler's List, which won an Oscar for cinematography. I think he's been using the same guy. He's had the same team for the majority of his career. I think he's had the same editor, Michael Kahn. There's probably one or two movies, maybe Michael Kahn edited every one of them. And the editing in this film, I got to comment on that. There's the great editing. I mean, to tell all these different stories, because we know Tom Hanks is the main story, but then we get to know this Russian spy. We get to know these Americans that are also spying on the Russians and what happens to them. We get to meet his kids just a little bit. And then there's this other story of this other American that gets captured. You know, everything feels so balanced. Now, I'm going to praise this movie. I'm going to continue to praise this film because I think this is one of the best films of 2015. One of the finest films of the year and one of the best films Steven Spielberg has made. But I do want to focus that when it becomes like this negotiation with Tom Hanks, and it's all very interesting. It's all very extremely interesting. But there are some times where I felt like that did drag just a little bit from time to time, and then it would just grab me back in, and then the ending, which I'm not going to explain here, of course, really just had me in tears. I really enjoyed the ending, and this is a first in a very long time, thanks to Star Wars. But John Williams is so busy. You know, he's getting so old. And God bless him. I love him. I'm glad he's still working. I want to be working and be doing what I'm doing or whatever I'm doing at his age and just be passionate about it. I'm going to be passionate about film till the last day of my life and beyond. But John Williams is working so hard on Star Wars right now. And I'm just so excited about that. That this is the first time that John Williams and Steven Spielberg have not worked together on a movie that Steven Spielberg's directed since The Color Purple. Color Purple was written, the score was written by Quincy Jones. So that's really fascinating. So I want to say about the score, and I don't want to knock down Thomas Newman, because I think he's a great composer, and it's a great score, but it is the best Steven Spielberg score not written by... Well, I love The Color Purple, too. So I don't know if I can say that. It's a great score, no question. It's very subtle. It's not really in your face, and I felt the emotion from the music, from Thomas Newman's great music. So I do want to acknowledge that, as that was great, and I hope that John Williams returns and works with Spielberg a few more times. We don't know how much time we have with him, but he's working on Star Wars. So there you go. What else to talk about? You know, Tom Hanks, great in the movie, carries the film all the way through. Great commentary through him as we go through this experience and we see East Germany, what was going on in the late 50s with that. Amy Ryan is really great. She's got a small role as his wife in the film, and I love Amy Ryan. Almost wish I saw her just a little bit more. I like some of the things that she discovers in this movie when she has a chance to shine in this film. What else? A great setting, great locations, great costumes. I wouldn't be surprised if technically this movie gets lots of nominations. It's going to be so crowded this year that I know the Academy loves Steven Spielberg. They do love Steven Spielberg, and you know he gets nominated. I mean, even War Horse, which I thought was great, not wonderful, even got nominated for Best Picture. So if War Horse can get nominated for Best Picture, and there's Bridge of Spies, which I think is a superior film to War Horse, only comparing that, not the subject matter, but then I think Bridge of Spies deserves to be nominated at least in that category. Many categories. The Best Supporting, Best Screenplay, which is co-written by the Coen brothers. So this is also the first time that the Coen brothers, I believe, have worked with Steven Spielberg. I wonder if they actually had any time meeting together. Because, Coen brothers are so busy and they're always doing their own thing, and that's what's so great, that they can work on a Steven Spielberg movie. Or maybe one time they were going to direct Birds of Spies. I don't really know. I could talk about that, or I just love the Coen brothers. They got another movie coming out. So, and that's what's so great. There's three collaborators on the script, and I would like to contribute all the natural human humor that came out of this film to the Coen brothers, because they can do that so well. They can, in their films, especially when they're dark, like Fargo, they can bring in a lot of humor through the tragedy or through the complex or whatever's going on that's really insane during the film. So I contribute that to them, but I wasn't on set, so I don't really know. But I just say the script it's a great script. It's a great script. It just, the way it handles everything. Yes, you know, as I said before, the negotiation stuff kind of was a little too long in that process. But overall, 2.5 hours went by so fast. I was just emotionally interested. A subject that, you know, this whole spy thing and the negotiation, for the most part, was very interesting. And I love some of the other messages in the film that dealt with the bomb, the conflict between Russia and America, and especially what was going on in East Germany during that time. Of course, this movie only takes place in the late 1950s, and of course we know that went on to the late 1980s. But it's just a lot of things that are just shocking and makes me appreciate the country that I'm from. I would not want to be born anywhere else. I would not want to be a part of any other country than America. I'm not saying we're the best. I'm not saying that we're the greatest. I'm just saying that I would not want to live anywhere else. I love this country. I love the blessings and everything. We're not a perfect society. We don't have perfect people in office. I'm not going to go there anymore. But I just want to say this movie just helped me remind me of just the blessings. I should not take anything for granted that I have here where I'm at. And I think you should say that wherever you're from. Whether you're from outside America, whether you're from anywhere outside of America, as long as you're happy and you feel safe, especially you and your family, you should be saying these things about anything. I just want to say that it helped me focus on a lot of that. And I know I've spent a lot of time talking in this review, and so those are some of the things going through my mind as I was watching the film. It was an amazing film, another amazing film from the great master filmmaker Steven Spielberg. He just knows how to tell a story. He's a master storyteller, and he's just made a very extremely entertaining film, whether you're really into what's going to happen or not. Though, last thing I'm going to say, hopefully he's going to be turning to more of a fantasy, supernatural, science fiction element in his next few films. I loved Lincoln. I love this film. But I miss Spielberg when he's doing fantasy and science fiction and stuff like that. So hopefully his next few films, the BFG by Roald Dahl, looking forward to that, and Ready Player One, which I know nothing much about, looking forward to that, or whatever else projects come up. You know, he's getting older too. We're all getting older. I'm getting older. I'm getting older as I'm talking. You're getting older as you're watching, and thank you for that. All right, everyone, I am going to give Bridge of Spies, I am going to give the film 4 stars out of 4.
Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and share this video. And also, please check out these amazing movie websites. And if you enjoyed this review, please click here to subscribe to my channel, and also please check out all my recent reviews right here on YouTube. Have a great day, live film, find peace, happiness, and harmony in anything and everything you do, and I'll talk to you at my next movie review.